Hi ladies and gentlemen, Sean Davies, Coloradoreinsman. I am here with one of my project horses. You know, I just now own this guy. His name's Rosco. He's a nice old paint horse. Just picked him up not too long ago. He had come out of a rough situation from what I understand. He actually went through a sale and was picked up by a kill buyer. And where a young lady pulled him out of there, and then I've just taken him over. I only worked with him a few times early on, and from what I understand, he would kind of rear up and buck a little bit, and I think mostly just because of communication with this horse. He does have a pretty pushy personality when you put some pressure on him. And I've gotten some of that out already just in a few times working with him. I'm going to put a saddle on him for the first time today. This horse will be offered up for sale down the road after I do some of my work on him. I want to put a good little bit amount of time on him and see where he's going to go. I'm hoping he's going to surprise me. Some of the things that I do with him, he comes along pretty quick. Then other times I really see the resistance and where people might have, overdone their enthusiasm with him by, pounding on him a little bit. I won't let him run me over, so if I have to put some good pressure on him, I will. But he's always going to have a doorway out. He's always going to have a direction that he understands, and he'll have a nice release of pressure. So I'm just going to do my usual. You'll see me push him off, ask him to back up, move off. We're going to send him around a little bit, and then I might put a saddle on him and do some free round pinning. I kind of want to see how he reacts with my saddle today. Hopefully he'll just accept it and we'll move on. But so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to get myself positioned in the round pin here in the middle. So you see he backs up pretty good. Good boy. Get my tools set up. I'm going to ask him to back up again. Direct him over here, pushing. Now this right side, see that right shoulder, he likes to dive in a little bit. So I'm going to help him right there, shape him up in a curve. That's going to be a nice little horse, and I'm really hoping that he comes along and changes his mind about how to deal with people. Because I think he's going to be a really nice old horse for somebody. He came in a little overweight. He's pretty rangy. He's got some good muscle tone to him. I ask him to trot, move out a little bit here. Give him a couple seconds to think about it. Bring up my flag. Now I'm going to push him. That little bit of resistance there, that and he's just not quite knowing yet. But he's found the circle pretty easy. He's pushing a little bit. I'm going to ask him to move forward. That he decides to do things on his own time, and I'm asking him to move forward. Good boy. He's kind of hanging on me a little bit there, so I'm going to bring him down. Now for him, I've found utilizing my stick in a different way. I'll slide my hand here, tip his nose, push that shoulder over so he doesn't crowd me right there. Help him right there. Good boy. See, he wants to push that shoulder in a lot. Really likes to crowd, but that's shaped up nice. Now going to the left, he's got a little bit more forward motion to him, which I like. So that right side, and going to the right, we're going to have to work on a bit. I want to see if I can pick up a little canter here, let a little lead rope out. He's real resistant in the canter. Good boy. If I even get a little bit, I'm going to be happy. Good boy. Shape him up, drive him right there. Good boy. Now ask him to come down to a walk. Good boy. Drive him. Come down to a walk. Drive him. See, if you bring your energy down, he just wants to stop and come into you. I'm going to bring my stick up. Slide my hand. Bring him down to a walk. Now he wants to change before I'm asking him to. Drive. Now I'll bring my stick up, turn his head, push that shoulder over. Now right there, he wants to get that shoulder. Look at him push that shoulder on me. So we're going to work on that for a second. I'm going to shorten up my lead and move towards that rear end. Shorten up that lead, bump that nose, move that shoulder. Drive, 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 drive. See, just resist. Get out there, drive. Good boy. Good boy. There he goes. He's licking his shoe now. Now let me help him here. I'm really going to move that rear end around and move that shoulder. Good boy. Drive. Doesn't have enough forward. But that'll come. As he gets a little more flexible, that'll come. He's got a nice little jog, little trot. He's very Western kind of motivated here. He doesn't bend that neck, so he's like really stiff. And I'm going to work on that. But bend that neck. There we go. Good boy. Move. Good boy. I'm going to tip his nose right there. I didn't say go anywhere. Good boy. Let him think. Now this horse is going to need a lot of rest and reward. Just letting him relax, think about what we just did, then come in and pet him. Good boy. He's a nice little guy. I think he's somewhere around 10. You know, looks to be about 10, maybe 11. But he's a nice little horse. I think we're going to change this guy's life around. Good boy. Okay, bring him back in here. So he leads real well. Back him up. He backs real well. I taught him that. When I first started that, he'd really try to rush into you and push you. I'm going to ask his rear end to move around a little bit here. Get in position here. I'll start helping him bend. I'm moving forward right here. Moving forward. Moving forward. And bending. He doesn't bend that neck and shoulder very much, so I'm going to push him a little bit here. He's not too spooky. He's not spooky, but he braces up. I'll say move. And that's good right there. I'm going to come into the bed. Got a nice little muscular chest, pretty good shoulder muscles in here, so he'll fatten up a little bit here. Good boy. Now I'm going to ask him to move on this side. Don't go anywhere, son. Good boy. Keep this hand here to hold that head and shoulder up, or he'll just push on me. Ask him to move forward and under. Forward and under. Drive that hip. Drive that hip. Drive that hip. Drive that hip, or mass that hip, move around. Move around. Move around. Drive that hip. Push it. Push it. Push it. Get him to flex. Right there. Ugly as sin right now, but it'll get better. Right, young man? Right? Now I just wanted to move him around for a couple minutes here before I even attempt to put a saddle on. Because I don't know when the last time he had a saddle on. The young lady said she'd gotten on him a couple times, but he was a little rough for her. So we'll let him see this pad and just walk away. So I've pretty much got to introduce everything to him like it's the first time. I'm not going to take for granted that this horse has ever been properly handled when it comes to saddling or anything else. So I'm going to take this pad and I'm going to rub him with it. Now that kind of shows me that he's probably seen a pad a million times. Right, Junior? I'm going to drape this lead rope up here and use my pad as a big brush. I want to comfort him. And I'll just kind of walk off with it. See if I can keep him. Now I'm going to come to this side. Sure would be nice to get one of these horses off a kill buyer or something that didn't want to kill you after people had tried to ruin them. Good boy. I was going to toss it up there. Toss it up there. So this horse pretty much shows me he's been saddled quite a bit, probably. You know, had a pad tossed up on it. But I don't ever take anything for granted. This horse could be a bronc. He's just biding his time. Or he could be a sweetheart, and I'm going to hope for sweetheart. Good boy. Now I've got my weight over here that I'm going to put on him. See how he handles that, because if he's a bronky little horse, right away he sees this saddle, he wants to move off. That tells me he'd like to avoid being ridden. Now I'm just going to come up here, I'm going to let him see this. Smell it, and then I'm going to walk away. If you want to rush in there and throw a saddle on him, that's your deal. If I want to see how a little horse is going to react, he's licking and chewing now. Now I'm going to ask him to come with me. Well, here's the issue with rescue horses or horses pulled from kill buyers, just about anywhere else. You will not do them any favors by coddling them and letting them use the excuses of their past life to act like a little jerk. This guy came in, he was acting like a little jerk. And I said, no, running me over won't work. Through that, I've gained a little bit more respect off of him. I treat him well. And I'd like him to just relax about stuff. And that's real good. So getting a rescue horse, just sticking them out in the pasture somewhere and going, oh, they're safe. You know, if they're broken down, that's fine. If they're just going to be a pasture pet, that's fine. But for these horses that need good riding, I see it a little bit too often around the local area here that some of these folks don't put proper work into these horses, real world work. They take it a little too easy on them, give them a little bit too much of an idea that life is going to be calm. There's never going to be anything to scare them again. Well, that's not reality. I've got to get this guy understanding that bracing up is not the way to go. And there will be scary things. We can overcome them. Look for your rider and be good about it. Now, if this horse took off bucking right now, oh well. If he dumps my saddle in the dirt, oh well. We're going to start over again. Now, I'm not going to cinch this horse up till his eyeballs poke out the first time. I'm going to back that off a little bit. I'm going to get it far enough away from him that if he did start bronking out, which obviously he's not. So now I'm just going to send him around me just like I did before, because I'm not going to ask him to do anything he doesn't know. So I'm going to ask him to back up, move his shoulder, push that shoulder. And I'm going to keep it simple, stupid, kiss. This is just a little day of seeing how he's going to handle a saddle. If he handles the saddle fine, the next time I'm going to go ahead and get on him. I'm going to see where he's at. I'll do a little bit more work on the ground. I could probably hop up on this horse and probably have a semi-decent ride today. But why push him when I don't need to? It's the first time I've asked him to wear a saddle. Still got issues with forward motion. I have a feeling I'll have to have somebody in here helping me get him going. Or I'll get one of my other horses in here to help him move forward. I like this right here. He's not offering to bronc out at all. Means I might live for another day when I get on him. Right here, I'm just going to change my tool, pick up his eye, and move that butt around, back him up. Good boy. I like this right here. Good boy. I like this, young man. I know. I know. He's going, well, so far so good. Now this won't be a very exciting video for many of you. It's just a simple put a saddle on a horse. Well, put a saddle on a horse, pulled off a kill buyer. Why did he go to auction? Not every single horse that goes to auction is owned by completely stupid people. A lot of them are. Now every issue this horse has is man-made. But what if somebody got this horse because he's cute for their kid, and then they found out this horse was really pushy, and right there he kind of wanted to throw that butt my way, but he thought twice about it. So if somebody bought this horse for their kid and they don't know any better or don't know a good trainer, he could have been a semi-dangerous horse for a kid. So he took him to auction. And of course a kill buyer is going to buy him. I'm betting I could probably turn this horse into a kid's horse. I'll know after I ride him a few times. He could be definitely a young 4-H'er's horse if he's not spooky. Good boy. I like this. I'm very pleased with this young man. Good boy. First couple times I worked him, literally, you put some pressure on him, and he wanted to hump up and come at you. And he's doing pretty dang good right now. Nice transition, keep moving. Good boy. I've gotten just about everything I need out of this horse for this short session here. So I'm going to bring him to a stop, back him up, bring him to me, bring him to a stop, back him up, and relax. Good boy, Rosco. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Rosco. You're going to see a lot of him up to the point of I'm going to offer him up for sale, and I'll determine how much work I have to put into him and get a price on him. He's going to be a nice old horse, I can kind of tell. I'll work him through the little issues. So stay tuned for more. We'll see you soon.